every blue. Every day I have the blues. Talking about words and trouble, honey, it's you I hate you. Nobody loved me. Nobody seemed to care. Nobody loved me. Nobody seemed to care. Talking about worries and trouble, you know I had my share. You can shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. You can shake it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. My jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. Everybody got a jelly roll like mine. I live in town, oh, ain't got no rider. I want it now, my jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. You can snap it, you can crack it, you can twist it, you can break it any ways that I love to get it. I had my right mind, I'll leave this town, my jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. You can shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. You can shake it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. My jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. I ain't got nobody here but me, myself and I. Say blues all the time. When the sun goes down, my jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. You can shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. You can shake it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. My jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. You can snap it, you can break it, you can twist it, you can crack it every way, but I love to get it. I had my right mind. I leave this town, my jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. You can shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. You can shake it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it falls. My jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall. I walked into town, I
best quality streaming music service now. I think Songs is
Oh, it's a streaming service.
or streaming quality.
Right.
Have yeah, you can just change your lossless. It just takes a long time, I think.
Yeah, it takes longer.
Yeah, they recommend only use it with Wi-Fi. Anyway, it's fucking crisp. But what I would say is that, like, I can't really notice like a considerable difference if you're playing like very well produced music, that kind of thing. But if you play like CSNY or you play like Neil Young or like acoustic stuff, like you can hear it so well. Like that's you notice the difference.
Even with stuff that's super produced, like or whatever, like Daft Punk or whatever, like where you'll really notice that like high fidelity is when you're like turning it up too. So like if you have an MP3 and you have it at a low volume, it might be okay, but as soon as you like have it louder, you'll really hear the difference between an MP3 and a WAV or a lossless.
Yeah, no, this thing, I've like turned it up so loud, and it still holds. It's like, I still haven't got a noise complaint, and I've like pushed it.
That's sick, man.
Concert.
Damn, I'm jealous of that spot, man. Seriously.
Yo, actually, that's what I was wondering. Is that a potential spot for the live performance?
Oh yeah, man. Why not, man? That's gotta be it.
Check this out. All we do is just like clear out the couch, move the table.
No, I'm not worried about the set design. I got that under control. I just mean a noise perspective. Don't talk about the set design. Don't talk about moving furniture, okay? You're merely your location. You're not set design, bro.
Look, Muns. All you're trying to figure out how to like use Teams.
I'm about to
Microsoft
pipe.
Oh, the sound.
I know exactly.
We decided to replace you with Ali because he actually knows what he's doing.
I figured out the sound, bro.
Yo, nobody's in this live chat.
How does it sound on the? How does it sound on the?
Coming out of YouTube, I think.
How does your own voice sound on the YouTube? I'm gonna pipe it in even better.
Oh no, I can hear it now.
I don't have the right audio.
Oh, I can hear it now.
This is so funny.
This is actually gonna get so much sooner.
Oh yeah. Now it's just.
I'm gonna pipe you guys straight. So basically how it can work is we can have a conversation, but you're gonna be not gonna be able to listen to it on YouTube. You have to listen to it on Teams.
Like, this is like the delay on the YouTube from
That's
Teams.
No, the delay on the YouTube is from like broadcasting online.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's behind from the Teams.
Yeah, sure. It's on one Teams.
Okay.
No user error on that one.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy, bro.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pipe.
guy.
I'm gonna pipe.
guy.
this. I wonder if you can do it like that. Audio out to audio in. Oh, now I can't hear it though.
Yo, third party, identify yourself in the group chat.
Oh, I need.
It's me because I have it open on my TV and my computer, maybe.
Oh, that's how we click farm's operation. We like get every device so that we can bump up his.
Exactly.
Views.
I like the way you think.
I wish I could say the same, but you're struggling with like one GoPro and a laptop. I don't know.
leave it at that level then. I didn't plan on figuring out the video conferencing element tonight, so I think we can hear you pretty clearly.
Yeah, I think we can.
Because if I move this over a bit more, I gotta move the chair.
Yeah, it's just like 30 seconds behind or something almost.
On yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what they call camp on Castro Street. 30 seconds from behind. Woo! Oh, we're gonna get canceled. Buds, we're gonna get canceled.
Alright. Yo, that's sick. You guys are live on the screen.
Yeah, man.
Alright, well, welcome. Welcome to the show.
What's the podcast?
I'm downloading Tarek's new album, too. It's probably so close. Anyway, I don't usually have guests, so.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled.
Canceled?
Just saw that.
Bro, I'm canceling Bumford. So, you want to tell us about your hunting story? You have a good level mix between audio and the music on YouTube? Last thing to verify.
I'm not
Can we hear Tarek's music?
I think it. Yeah, I don't know. I can hear both. Yeah, I can hear the music and the.
yeah, it's good. Good balance.
Okay. Sweet. I'm downloading the latest. Alright, Bumford, regale us.
Sure. Like I said, it was a very memorable hunt. Spent a lot of time. Went out 3 times for archery deer. Long story short, I did a deer push, which is a tactic that is commonly used, not often when executed, but in this case, it was well executed. So we push an oxbow where we knew there were 2 bucks in there.
Oxbow?
And then-
What's the oxbow?
It's how you describe certain topography, or a landscape. It's a section. I'm actually not sure.
Because
But
it's
they-
like usually a part of a lake, right? It's usually it's like a crescent shaped.
Well, right. The reason they call it that is because there's a river on one side of it, and it like button hooks around it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Also very
So we're in the
topical.
Pembina Valley.
Very topical, just since I'm
well,
painting 2 oxen right now.
2 oxen.
These are 2 ox. This is a farmer he's got like a ox yoke around them, and this is like a plow, and on the right side, these are like the 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of fertile soil that he's tilled behind these 2 ox.
I see.
Anyway, not to disrupt you. So, anyways, you were doing a push somewhere
that
near
is-
an oxbow.
Your painting actually captures the property from the point of view of the old man. On the left, we had, again, it's undulating and hilly. On the left, there was the main forest, and then where he's looking forward, that's kind of where the oxbow is, where there's a field, and then more trees, but button hooked by the river. So the river's obviously frozen, but deer would be hesitant to go across it, so you kind of corner them, and there's also a dead river in between. and we saw from afar a substantial buck go in there, and I'm with obviously Lewis, who's my hunting partner, very experienced, and his dad, who is like 153 years old, still has the heart of an ox.
He probably already got his deer this year.
He did.
Yeah, there you go.
But this year was...
That's a nice way to talk about a guy who comes out to generously help you do what you've been unsuccessful in doing.
Yeah, it was very generous.
He on the land that he's built a relationship and cultivated it for decades. Continue.
Also correct. Very experienced. In any event, so I leave probably about half an hour before they leave, and we're about like a mile away from the oxbow. And I circle around not to disturb the oxbow and push any deer out of that, and then sneak in on the opposite side and set up on the dead river. And then they proceed to... Also, you can't use cell phones. It's actually illegal.
So sick. You told me that. It's like only hand signals.
Right, and you can't use vehicles to put either. So they then walk through the oxbow, and like I said, the size of about 3 soccer fields, but dense bush, a lot of bedding activity, and I'm waiting on the dead river in like a soldier's shooting position against a tree. No big deal. I would probably be comfortable shooting out to like 100 yards on a deer, but in this case, like the dead river was long, and I just kind of guessed where they'd come out. They came out right off the bat. There was like a doe and a buck came screaming out of the oxbow across the dead river. Didn't have a shot on them, too fast, and they were about like 150 yards away, which is like a considerable distance for like a moving target.
For sure.
And then shortly thereafter, and I don't hear Lou or his dad either. They're way back, but their scent and their noise is what pushes them out. So long story short, then a doe appears, which I would have shot, but it was with 2 fawns. The doe makes the jump across the dead river very fast, didn't have a shot, but the 2 fawns actually just like hung around next to me, kind of asking for it. I didn't really want to kill a fawn, but I might have. But then a buck came, the original buck that we saw, a big body buck, came across.
Big body buck.
I had about one half second and I shot. Felt good about it. Then it was about 160 yards away. Then didn't feel good about it. Then Lou's dad showed up, talked about it. Now I'm doubting myself. The buck just went into the bush.
150 is pretty far.
Sorry?
150 is pretty far away.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that I didn't have time to, like, my scope can magnify considerably, but I didn't have time to magnify it, which would have made the shot more precise. And then Lou joins us, and then we have to wait like 20 minutes because you want to give the deer time to die after you shoot it. And then eventually all 3 of us walk through the dead river, and it recently snowed, so you're looking for tracks and blood. And after like half an hour, we find none. And at this point, I've convinced myself.
Not a good sign.
Yeah, no, terrible. I've like convinced myself I missed. But then I walked like a little farther down the river, farther than I expected where the buck was, and I found like a huge blood splatter. And then it walked up the trail on the other side, and the buck was laying there. Well, that's the recap. So
After you shot it though, could you see it like?
yeah, well, I saw it. The thing you want to look for is like if a buck does like a cat move where its back goes up, then it's supposed to be a good shot. But I didn't see it do anything. Like it just kept walking. So yeah, I thought I missed it.
It's the 5-step exploding heart technique.
From Kill Bill 2 or
Kill
1?
Bill 2. Kill Bill 2.
Not bad. Not bad.
It was the shock of the deer. The deer was more just in shock. It was like, I can't believe that rookie actually was the one to get me.
Lou later admitted that he thought 100% chance I had missed it. He given up hope.
So funny.
I like how he let you know that.
Yeah, well, no, I put it to him. I'm like, you 100% thought I missed that.
You,
I thought you did too. So it maybe just like ended up going like walking away further than you expected
Yeah,
after you shot it.
what it was because like it's always better to have somebody watch you shoot because they can because you know there's a lot of adrenaline and like after you shoot you have to like zone in on where it's going, and I thought I knew where it's going, but it was a winding river, so it was like confusing when you actually went into the dead river. So I actually used my rangefinder to like range the distance where I thought it was, and then when we were in the river I ranged back and I'm like fuck, I'm way too short, only after like half an hour of looking for it. But it ended up being like I ended up putting it right through its heart.
nice. I was wondering about where the shot actually hit.
Right through its heart.
Nice, well done.
Which is pretty ideal. Like normally you aim for
It's
double
pretty,
lung.
pretty impressive with your eyes closed too, you know?
Yeah, and I wasn't even trying to do it. But yeah.
Did you do once you went and found it? Like, did you try to check the range? Were you able to check the range back to where you were and see if it matched?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's how I found it. Is
Okay.
that I ranged back to the spot I was shooting at, and I initially ranged from where I shot it because I was just curious how far it was, not thinking about tracking. And like the snow was very crisp, like you could see, but there's so many deer tracks, so we got on like the wrong deer tracks,
Oh.
following the wrong deer tracks.
But there would have been
And, like,
there would have been blood on your tracks though.
But sometimes, like if you hit a double lung, the deer really doesn't bleed.
Are you gonna hit a double lung though? Like,
Wow. No, it ended up being brilliant.
what was the process of packing it out? Because clearly I saw it strung up in the garage, so it was limited field dressing. Clearly.
It wasn't limited, so I
I wasn't saying
Field
that.
dressed
I wasn't
it,
saying
which-
that pejoratively. I was just saying that as an observation.
didn't hear that. What was that?
I said I wasn't saying like that there wasn't a lot of field dressing. I wasn't saying that in a pejorative way. I was just saying it. That was my observation. Like I saw what looked to be a full deer strung up in the garage. So
Well, the first thing you have to do it's not a comfortable thing to do to field dress it, but you essentially like cut open its buttonhole and like isolate the colon and then cut through. I've done it 3 times now, so this time went very smoothly.
how many times on a deer though?
It's not even a good roast.
That's a really good one
Not even a good roast.
for what you were doing.
But you do get covered in blood. The nice thing about hitting the heart though is that it,
What
like,
do you actually do in the field though? Just like organ removal?
It's basically its entire cavity gets pulled out.
Yeah, all the guts.
So, like you, to summarize it, you basically make cuts, cut the skin, do all these things and then cut the like esophagus, windpipe, and then loosen up everything. So and then in one like foul swoop, you can pull all of its so its vitals, lungs and heart are separated by diaphragm, and it's all it's like intestine and bile and liver, and then you just reach in if you do it properly, and you can just pull it all out, and it all falls out of it.
That's sick.
Ideally, because then you're just left with the meat, and you want to get blood off the meat as soon as you can. Blood on.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the next step tomorrow, I have to go and skin it, which takes a while.
You gotta wait for some of that blood to drain out though.
No, there's essentially no blood left in it now.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like it probably lost half of its blood while it was dying,
Yeah, fair.
and then the rest kind of drains out when you process it. Feel it. And then you cut the tenderloins out. First thing you do, which is like I gave DH tenderloins on my last year. It's like the best cut of meat because it's this like it's almost like a muscle that just never gets used. It's weird, and it's kind of near its rib cage. So it's the most tender meat, and you can eat it. You don't need to hang it. You can eat it right away. It's delicious.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna make sausages, or what do you?
Yeah. So the first time I did, I got a huge argument with my mom because the first time I did sausages, but the thing is, you get so many fucking sausages that like you get tired of it, of the taste. So she threw some of that shit out, and I lost it on her. But my last year, I got ground venison. You mix like pork. You can get it mixed with pork. So I'll get the cuts. So you'll probably get like a box of steak cuts, which is like the prime stuff, which you can just eat like a steak. But then with everything else, you can make that into sausage or ground venison. And when you get ground venison, you can decide whether you mix it with beef or pork and what percentage too. But with the ground shit, you can like do a lot more than just having like sausages.
Yeah.
I want to try that shit. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, well, Buns, when you're back, you and T can come over and we'll
Dude,
fire it up.
seriously. Have some beers proper. I know T's been done. I didn't realize you guys
Yeah,
got the
I've never
tricep.
had beers proper. What are
Tricep
beers
camera is so
proper?
hard.
Dude, Heineken 0.0s.
Beers proper.
Yeah, some proper 0.0s.
Dude, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show you a beer proper.
It's gonna be those, what are those? Fuck, I can't remember the name.
How's this stream looking, bro?
It's good, man. I should stop swearing now.
Don't worry, we
Looks
can
good.
take it now.
Red Horse beer. Extra strong brew. I've never seen that.
From the
Huh?
Philippines.
No doubt.
8% is disgusting.
Sounds harsh.
Oh,
You,
it's bad.
you just skip the dishes, the strongest beer they had.
Whoa. Man, how would one find this live stream other than specifically searching your username or the name of the
I don't know.
broadcast?
I
Like,
don't know.
people can't randomly just find this, can
They can for this one. This one's I made public.
But there's only one person watching.
Yeah, like how are you? You guys knew what it was called, searched for it, couldn't find it. You had to have the specific link. So
So how are you?
Let's do it.
So the algorithm isn't doing shit for me yet. We got to spread the word. We're gonna be doing.
It's promotion.
We need some weekly. You got to kill a whitetail every week. This is a weekly segment now. Tarek should have live streamed us on the call to McDonald's. Dude, I'm just gonna Truman show myself now, basically.
T, what did you get?
I got Big Mac.
Oh.
Big dog.
Oh.
Big dog move.
Did you finish that in the car or wait till you got back to your
Pretty much, almost basically did. Yeah.
Are you getting fries with it or what?
Yeah, I finished the fries in the car.
Big dog move.
Wow. Just tee off.
I didn't eat like all day. I was just chilling with my friend. We were making music for like 6 hours straight, and I was starving.
Oh, let me see if I downloaded that new music. Tarek, tell us about. Well, first of all, tell us about the music that we're listening to right now. How about that?
I actually can't even hear it. Is it playing?
What?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Bumford, what do
It's
you
my blues.
Bumford, what do you think of the music? How about that? Let's get his take. I'll give you my take. It's fucking crazy. Like, one of the tracks I've been repeating it way more. Like, one specifically I've just been like repeating it.
Really? With like off this blues ones?
Off the blues ones, yeah.
Which
It's so
one?
funny too, because like I downloaded that file, and then I wanted to listen to it, so I just opened my stream from the previous day and just listened to the audio on the stream, and I was like listening to your music.
That's so hilarious. Just re-listening to your own shit.
Dude, there's like no one sitting up here, or it was me, and I was like, oh, that's when I was talking to my sister, and I'm like, gosh, like on my phone.
Yeah, I've like rewatched some parts of it like after I was like, see if anything happened after like, can't remember what happened. I like stopped watching. Can't remember. I was chilling with somebody.
Oh,
Yo, what's the who did you make this music with, T?
how good is it,
This music I
Bumford?
just made myself, man. Some blues music, the one that's playing right now.
How's Mundle
Oh,
downloading?
and Chris played some. Sorry, what?
How's Munds downloading it?
He sent it to
Oh,
me.
he's downloading a couple like a little bit older music that I made like I don't know, finished up last month, but it's like not even finished. It's like some rough versions.
It's not current.
Bro, these are unreleased demos.
No, he's current. He already has that, but I'm sending him like he actually has it on cassette, bro.
Unreleased demo on cassette. I listened to it so
Wow.
much I drained the batteries.
So raw.
Yeah, I gave him a cassette of it when I just made it, and now I'm sending the digital files.
Dude, can you do CDs?
Yeah, of course.
Like high quality though?
Yeah, of course.
Man,
I'll make
Tarek's gonna wait like 10 years to do CDs.
Yo, Tarek, I was thinking about you when I watched. I'd never seen this documentary before, but the Metallica documentary, Some Kind of Monster. Have you seen
I've
that?
never seen
I
that.
haven't seen it. No. I've heard of it.
Metallica's sick.
Monster, you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Wow, nice video quality again.
Wow.
It got released on YouTube and it's or on Netflix, and it's like must be like 10 years old,
Really?
but it is worth a watch. I found it kind of hilarious because I guess first of all I didn't appreciate like how big Metallica
They're huge.
like they were
Like
they
in
were,
Mexico
like, the
and
number,
shit?
like the #1 band in the world.
Yeah,
Basically, as a
Basically.
heavy band.
yeah.
And
This just came off the heels of them suing Napster, and
Yeah, I know.
they
Such a
had one
historical
bassist
band.
who like died, and then they had a guy that replaced him, And the whole premise of the documentary 10 years ago is that like it had been years since they released an album, and they're such prima donnas, and like they all have such big egos, but not in like a bad way. But you can tell. I mean, like it's Metallica that they hired a psychologist to. So first of all, they hired the film crew to make the documentary, and then they hired this like psychologist to come in and like coach them. Psychologist is hilarious. He's like what you think is like a quintessential like nerdy psychologist of like, well, like you're not expressing how you feel. And then their other bassist quit because of that. He's like, I'm not fucking dealing with a psychologist.
So funny.
He quit.
And weren't they making that like Saint Anger album?
That was the one.
Saint Anger.
And it's like 2 hours of them like they're still, obviously they're so incredibly talented, right? Like Kirk, he's a chillest guy. Like the guitarist, Kirk Hammett or whatever.
Headfield.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of them trying to make this album, first of all, they rent like barracks for their studio.
Amazing.
Because they don't want to be in a regular studio, just rent barracks.
So heavy.
And the main riff is between James.
Bro, they should be focusing on guitar riffs.
Hetfield.
Not
Yeah, and
interpersonal riffs.
Lars like Ulrich.
Yeah.
The drummer, and they just like are constantly fighting, and then suddenly James goes to rehab for a year, and they keep filming throughout it.
Wow.
And the psychologist is like still there, and then they do anyway. It's it's very interesting.
You went deep
They
on
made the
Metallica.
documentary over that long.
I know. Well,
pretty
and then
cool.
when James came back from his like 1 year rehab, and he wasn't talking to them, like he wasn't talking to any of them. There's such like he's
like, I'm not gonna
handle
talk
it.
to them. It's like a year
Like
of it.
he like they didn't know what he was doing, and then he comes back, and then they had like a whole meeting about whether they're gonna keep doing the documentary and whether they're gonna keep like Phil, the psychologist, around. And they end up keeping him around. Yeah. And here's the really cool part, which I didn't know, is that Bob Rock, the producer, was like Metallica's longtime producer.
Never heard of that guy. Okay.
Also like a major producer for like tons of huge bands. Steps in to produce the album as the bassist while they find a replacement, and they got that guy from Ozzy Osbourne, what's his name? Rob Trujillo or whatever, or something Trujillo. But that guy
Tony
is
Trujillo?
from fucking Winnipeg. He was born in Winnipeg.
Get out of here. Winnipeg was shit.
Trujillo?
Bob Rock.
Oh, that producer?
He's born in Winnipeg.
That's crazy.
Canadian.
Really?
Born in Winnipeg.
That's crazy.
That's
Did
crazy.
they say that in the documentary?
No, they don't. I like looked him up because it's weird. Like
Oh,
he's the
that's so
producer,
sick.
and obviously had so much involvement with the band that when they lost their bassist, they're
He
like,
played bass.
Bob just came in and played bass.
What? What
For
a
the album.
gangster.
For that
And,
Saint
like-
Anger album.
Yeah, and like was like jamming with them, and you kind of see behind the scenes like
What a
how much
G.
influence he has on like the lyrics,
What a G.
on like helping the.
I was
like,
down by the Red River, St. Anger. I'm gonna burn the St. Boniface Cathedral to the...
But good producers are like that though. They like kind of like guide the band and like actually like tell them how to write their songs almost, like how to
I
like
was-
arrange.
I was taken aback like how much he really like makes the music. He makes the music. Like
That sucked.
That's what good producers
all
do.
all the lyrics, and then all the like, even the guitar solos. Like they had a huge argument about whether they should keep doing guitar solos or not, and whether it's to stock.
Whether it's what?
To stock.
Two stock, yeah.
Like,
Bro, we're not gonna do solos anymore. Oh my god, so dramatic.
Two stock.
To stock.
Bro, I'm not gonna do not gonna do slap shots anymore.
Jam out for like I don't know, hundreds of hours, and then just take like segments of that to make songs. It's crazy.
I see.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a watch.
You've been listening to Metallica or something, or you just
Well,
randomly?
now it's starting. No, I just saw it on Netflix, and then I now started listening to Metallica. I'm like, fuck.
They're pretty slick, man. They got some good shit.
Man, for like
For
getting
whom the bell tolls.
for shit, yeah, like the Jets played that a lot too. To open like Jets games, for whom the bell tolls, like you get fired up.
It's so good. And then that like Trujillo guy gets becomes a like they go through the auditions of all the bassists, and they have like 10 different guys all from like big bands come, and Trujillo like is like a super cool dude, and then Lars takes him out and gets him blacked out the night before.
Amazing.
And then he's gotta like jam anyway.
That's sick. That's done.
I loved it, yeah.
Man, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers got their original, or like whatever, classic guitar player joined back for like the third time or something. John Frusciante, like the dude that's like on.
Oh, he joined again?
Yeah, like last year, and they like been working on an album apparently.
What?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Bro.
But they announced tour dates next summer, and Jeff Riel got me and him some tickets.
Let's go.
In Winnipeg?
Yeah, next Seattle, man.
Seattle.
Next summer, I think like August or something.
John.
Dude, that's a
It's
sick.
like super ballin'.
Dude,
But-
Mustard and John were super into.
I was
they
gonna
had
say,
John Frusciante
yeah.
albums.
Bro, Schilling's
Yeah.
got the tat.
Yeah.
What?
Schilling's
Did
tattoo.
you have a
Yeah, it's like
Frusciante?
some
Yeah.
tats, man. Frusciante lyrics, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know, dude.
Yeah. First, yeah, it is. Yeah, and Jeff has Radiohead lyrics, man.
I know, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah. Dude,
What's
they're
the line?
fanatics, man.
What's the line?
I thought it was that. There. Or no,
It's from the song There, but I don't know what.
Interesting
I don't know.
song
I
choice.
can't look it up on my phone. Dude, I
Interesting.
know Buster got one with like a time, like a clock on it.
Yeah, that's the Frusciante one. It's like reach around
Yeah.
and like touch my back from the other side or something.
something like
Something
that.
like that. Like it's not
Oh,
bad.
I think this is the John lyric.
How do
Just
you-
because you feel it doesn't mean it's there.
Yeah.
Is that it? It is it. That's it. That's it. Dude, he's got the tiniest body too. Like, there's no space for tats. Like, that took up like 20% of his like surface area.
He's gotta save. You gotta save some in case Frusciante rejoins the band.
Unbelievable.
Dude, just because you feel it. Dude. Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that in a long time. But me and Jeff, man, are gonna go see Chili Peppers.
Dude, when is that?
How's John doing?
I don't know. I just like talk to him once in a while. He always seems to be doing good though. It's just like
Yeah.
posting stories of his radio and guitar and shit like that. I
Yeah.
don't know what else he's really up to. I don't know. I don't talk to him much. Like, just chat here and there, send memes and shit.
Bro, Tarek was on the trip, ski trip, literally 10 years ago. Jaws still hasn't come home from it.
Yeah, yeah. That
It'll
was
be
it.
it'll be
man.
10 years this February. I think it was around
Pretty much, man.
2012.
Well, when he does come home, you know what he doesn't forget? his fucking Alexander Keiths.
I was gonna say his beers.
You might forget him for a sec, but not for long.
Yeah, and yeah.
Oh yeah, just
Like, says, like, yeah, Jeff, I might like never see you again, man. Love you, brother. Like, have all the best. Hey, like 10 minutes later, like he literally drove home and then drove back. Hey, yeah, I think I left 2 out of the 6-pack.
I thought you were going home tomorrow. He's like, well, you never know. Like,
dude, that is a hilarious fucking story.
so
It
sick.
was so good.
Classic.
So sick.
Dude, that was at the old Arnold place.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Man, that was, do you still keep in touch with Mike?
Oh yeah. I went to see him. Dude, Tarek, did I tell you that? I think I did. He was like, I saw Tarek the other day. That little fucking skater
Yeah,
punk.
man. What? What did he say?
He's like that little skater. He's like that little fucking skater punk.
Ooh.
He's like,
ooh,
this is his story. I was like, and he was like, yeah, I saw like Hogue and shit. And he just immediately tells some stories. Like, I like how you roasted Bumford that one time.
No.
Yeah, that's how he talks.
That's
man.
how he always talks. He's always just like,
No way.
and then he's also like, yeah, I saw Tarek, but he's like, you know what, the mask. He's like, you know what, the mask. And then like, I was at the Sherbrooke. And he's like, I was at the Sherbrooke getting lucky. I was like, you didn't have to say that, Mike. Like, you weren't at home, so you were clearly at the Sherbrooke getting beer. It's the only other place you could be.
Also, like, Mike, Sherbrooke's not the closest vendor. You don't have to go there to flex out.
He's fucking OG. He's OG Sherby. And so then he just tells us that he's like, yeah, so then I see this guy, and he's like, you know what, the mask? He's like, I see these eyes. He's like, and you know Tarek's eyes. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? And then he's like, then I realized it was Tarek. And then I was like, oh, hey, Tarek, how's it going?
Whoa. Whoa.
That's a story, man. That's
He's
a
like-
story.
Shade.
He just operates so hot like that, you know?
Dude, he like locks me down, man. I always see him around Wolseley, like, and then like I'll sometimes avoid him, man, cause like I'm like, oh damn, I'm like, oh, he's like, hey, you seen Andrew? You seen Andrew lately?
Dude, seriously.
He loves TH.
Yeah, he loves DH.
Yeah.
He loves DH. He's like, Marty. He's like, yeah, I don't know. He'll always have some random shit to tell you, and like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, it's so hard to like end the story. I'll be like, I'll always like run into him. He'll be like around my cousins or the Sherbrooke or something, and I'll be like on my way to the skate park that's just nearby, walking there or something with my board. And he's like, oh, hey! I'm like,
I love he goes to the Sherbrooke too. Again,
yeah, why the fuck are you here?
you could just go to the LC.
You know what's crazy is I heard that the Cambridge and the Pemby are getting knocked down.
Yo, I have
Really? Knocked down?
They're redeveloped, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
do you know who's the one who's buying the Pemby?
Who?
James O'Brien.
Is he really?
Yeah, I know.
What's he doing?
Well, he's man, he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. He's less of a lawyer, more than a like slumlord now, because he's bought these apartment and I don't know. He negotiates these like vendor take-backs,
Oh, I gotta edit this out, dude.
whatever. But somehow, sorry.
Don't make me edit this.
Oh, is this gonna be like you don't?
I know, now I gotta delete my episode.
I assume this is not getting saved on YouTube.
It was going to be up
It
until...
already is on YouTube.
It already is on YouTube.
But there's only one viewer.
For now.
But now he has to delete it because you're giving away
You're giving away trade secrets.
your
All right. Well, do not post this one.
Well, it's
It's
live.
already it's posting.
It's live
Streaming.
streaming. It's like,
And it's
how are you
streaming.
watching it on your TV right now? It's
Yo,
like
don't post this.
it's like we're at the Jets game. You're like, McDavid just scored against the Jets. You're like, yo, like delete that. It's like, bro, this isn't like NHL 21, man. Like he scored. He scored.
Man, I was just
I was like, how is this gonna make sense?
I nailed it immediately. You know
That
it.
was amazing. Amazing.
See what I mean? I have all this gold and I gotta take it down.
Huh?
So I got all this
Well,
gold.
there's no taking it down. It's just live right now.
I know. Well, I can delete it after, so it doesn't stay up for perpetuity. Right now, it's just you two watching.
Yeah, you're gonna have to delete it. Really, because the content has been so great.
Well, the painting content has been.
This has basically been just us having a phone call, forgetting it's being live. Well,
You
like,
One of us forgetting.
dude, what if Mike watching? What if Mike is watching right now?
I know. I was more scared of that, actually, to be honest. I'm not scared about O'Brien. I'm scared about Mike, though.
Yeah, I was kind of scared about that too. I was like hating on him so hard.
Well, you sent me a message saying that he's a huge pussy, and
And you agreed with it? Really? That was
he's
crazy.
never worked hard in his life. That's what you said about him.
Oh my god. I feel bad.
You said that he would never come to your address at 454 Wolseley Street, apartment 403. He would never come there.
Bumper just sabotaging this so hard so he knows for sure I have to delete it. I know what you're doing.
Cam, I'm not going to talk about your recent
Don't even say it. Don't
I
even.
know you're just gonna
That-
talk
that's
about
it.
your
I'm gonna mute that.
I heard the physician say that your micro penis can get easily converted into clitoris. I know you didn't want me to tell the public this.
I'm not acknowledging that. It seems pretty misogynistic to me.
And you've recently become a nudist as well. That's a fact.
That's not recent. That's not a fact. It hasn't been recent. Just like I haven't recently become a streamer, and I haven't.
His eyes just went black.
How sick is the painting looking? Yeah, let me put
That's sick.
on Tarek's new. Let's see if I can do a live cut-in of Tarek's new music. How about that?
Muns, can I make a suggestion?
What's it called? Tarek Sean Demos? Yeah.
Unreleased. Wow, Terry. You just got leaked. You just got.
It's been deleted. This is getting deleted.
That's right.
This is the prior conversation about Cam's recent transition.
The last thing I'd ever want anybody to hear is that when Cam got caught looking at child porn aggressively. That's something I would never want to get up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like 18.
Talking about words in trouble, honey, it's you I hate you. Nobody loved me, nobody seemed to care. Nobody loved me, nobody seemed to care. Talking about words in trouble, you know I had my share. You can shake it, you can break it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it fall. You can shake it, you can hang it on the wall. Throw out the window and catch it before it fall. My jelly, my rose, sweet mama, don't you let it fall.